So, hi. I just saw that my stream, my VTuber avatar died again. Cool. I love it. I need to find a new software, but I didn't find one that could track me reliably yet. But we will see. Yes, it would be helpful if it could see me. Nice. Now, main properties. Let's try again. This time clicking on OK. Cool. Yeah, I think this works now. Cool. So, where's my stream? Here. Well, where were we? This time we wanted to write accessing another server's post. This is the JSON LD thingy. So, what do we need? In reality, we first need an endpoint that can display stuff to us. So, what we want to do, let's explain it in a Vim document. What we need to do to implement this is the first step to do this. Let's make it a little bit larger. Is we want a view that just fetches the document from the remote server and using it for URL. This is why not something like this? Why not? Well, to implement this support, we need to implement WebFinger, which we didn't do yet, but we want to display remote posts regardless. And this for us is just another type of URL. So we can just move implementing this to later. Yeah. So the next step is we feed JavaScript must detect it's a local post, a URL or a remote URL, and if it is a remote URL, it should be redirected through our app. Why? This allows caching and it allows batching, and this is what we want to implement first. So what we are going to do is essentially the browser. So the browser should first implement, the browser should first fetch, send the request to our web server. So I call it, which then goes out to the internet and back again. That's essentially our architecture. Let's do it. So we need a new async function. So we want to show load remote request, which needs an HTTP request. It needs an HTTP response. Yeah. And now we want to to load the document. So is request.ui. The dual view, correct? It is. So let's do it. Class remote request is a dual view. Context. We only have this one context for now. We want this document loader. It should be async capable. Like that. And now it should render the raw LD. Which should be very easy because essentially we don't want the post ID. We actually want the request. So HTTP request. And this one has parameter URL self request dot yeah, that's a query dict. Essentially we want to get a get parameter URL where we will put in the URL to view, and then self dot get document loader which, what did it return? It returns an HTTPX loader, so import pyld.jsonld. We want to fetch our stuff. How do I do it the best way? From import. We want to compact it. Input. So how did PyLD work again? It's a few weeks ago since I implemented this. I want to fetch a document, normalize from RDF to RDF, set document loader, history, RDF parser, prepend base, remove base. Then we are already processing. This thing was capable of loading its own stuff. Load document. Cool. Let's do it. So we want to load documents. We have the URL. We have a document loader, which is get document loader document can't loader is here. Let's use the loader here. Loader so inputs options actually we want to compact it into an empty com. So instead we do compact and use an empty context for that. And this should give us the view. So mode, we have a remote request. As a view. So Django admin run server. This is something new. Yeah. Manage Django manage. And that worked. Let's load localhost 8000 /remote URL. So let's find the post. What about this random one? Copy link to post. Online URL encode. Meters. Is this possible? Probably not. Aha. Console encode URI component. Done. Cool. From document empty. Oh, I'm interested. Activity git main manage run server. So why didn't you do anything? Just print debug it. Easy. I see. So let's add this to it. We need to wrap this in colon, in parentheses. Okay, this is kind of funny. But yeah, success! We rendered something just like that. This was easier than expected. Okay, that was already easy. It's not optimized yet, since, it needs to load additional data. But let's add some kind of UI to it. So what we want here is essentially some input. So for how to do HTML forms again. Unhelpful or as always. I love it. Action, okay. Form button type submit. Visit input type is text. Let's ignore value for now. The next thing we need is name is URL. And now let's copy this post again. Click on visit. Let's take a random other post. Copy link. Random other post. Cool. What about the author himself? Okay, let's open it here. Done. Visit. Cool. At least we were able to display something. Next thing is activity git main. Yeah, webpack watch. Cool. Let's do some thing AP. How does resolving remotes work? Fetch remote. Here. Remote URL equals. What is the response here? Yeah. Sure seems like an outbox, but it doesn't show any objects in there. Why doesn't it? Um, collection. It takes first. Didn't have a first. Did. But it may have this at list. I see. So. If that's a fine component. Collection page. I see. Function decode. Maybe at lists. Also an any doc. And it returns this doc at list. If it's there, we want it. Otherwise, if doc instance of array, we want it too. Let's reassign it. If it is not, then we want to convert it to an array. And we want to return doc, and we want to use the decode code maybe at list with this. Cool. Now we have a nouns. Do we have an announce right now? Nope. Nouns dot svelte where we just use this, but we add nouns, something like that. Cool. Nouns. Nouns. Okay. I think we see a remote user now. In less than 20 minutes, we went from we couldn't display remote users to we can just display remote users. So, did I plan 2 hours for this? Now I'm interested. Remote users and posts. And we had a part 2. Yeah. This makes me happy. This was fucking easy. I didn't expect to finish that early. Like 20 minutes. Let's figure out where this object comes from. We have a node here. We have this link. And where does this object come from? Let's see, fetch remote doesn't do anything. Here we have this. Neither does this. Comma object. What do we get sent here? So let's reload. Uh-huh. I see. Extract content, maybe I18N. Content any. Extract content maybe internationalized. Of array. Turn content 0. Otherwise, just return content. Cool. And I think with this short stream, you don't understand how happy this makes me. Finally, something is finished faster than I thought it would. The entire week for me at work was like literally, I think I will take that long. It took double that for every single task. And suddenly, here, I planned like half a day, so 2 to 4 hours, 2 streams to fix the bugs, and it's just finished. It just finished it. Like, yeah, optimization we can do, but hold on a second. Hold on a second. Heise has a Mastodon server. I did not expect this. Heise has a Mastodon server. Today I learned. Don server. Okay. Unexpected, but I'll take it. So yeah, I'm happy. This was faster than expected. So let's finish up the stream, and next time we're gonna add some security because this is publicly accessible, and even worse, it doesn't sanitize the HTML. So that's what we're doing next. And afterwards, we're making it look a little bit nicer, and then we get to the Git server stuff. God, this makes me happy that this was so fast. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Wow. So, I would say bye.